What's up guys, Leaf right here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the newly announced Sony A7 IV. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. So like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about the newly announced Sony A7 IV and my first impressions and whether that's something I might consider trading in my Sony A7S III for. So we're going to talk about that here in a sec. But if you're new to my channel, the kind of things you guys will see here is tips, tricks, reviews, and tutorials for the budget filmmaker / content creator. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing right now. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. So it's been an exciting October so far. If you are a tech person, if you're a camera person, there's been a lot going on. We had the new Apple iPhone event. I don't know if you're an iPhone fan, but I am, so that was exciting. The new MacBook Pros that just were announced last week. Those things look amazing. Not getting one, I'm happy with mine, but it's pretty amazing to see how great some of this tech has been getting over the years, especially within the past year with the M1 chip and now these new M1 Pros, M1 Max chips, I think is what they're called. But anyways, that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. That's not what we're talking about today. Today we were talking about the new Sony A7 IV. And again, whether I'm going to trade that in or trade my Sony A7S III in and get that. And really quick answer, no, I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm perfectly happy with my Sony A7S III. But I just want to go over some of my quick impressions of this camera. And first and foremost, I'm just going to say this camera sounds like it's going to be amazing. It has the new 33 megapixel sensor. It has the new 10-bit codecs, can record in 4K 60, albeit with a crop, but that's, to me, it's not a huge deal. Has the A7S body, has the flip screen like the A7S III as well. A new and improved autofocus system. It just looks like it's going to be a beast of a camera. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting it, or you're getting it, or you are going to pre-order it, I think you're going to get an amazing camera. I just want to talk real quick of who I think this camera is going to be for. For me, it's not going to be for me because even though I do take a lot of photos, I am more of a video first person. So the A7S III, I feel like fits the bill better with that, just because you have a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more options when it comes to video. The A7S IV is close. It's pretty damn close, but the A7S III I feel like is just still the better overall video camera. But if you're more of a hybrid shooter and video is secondary for you, I definitely think the A7 IV is going to be a great camera for you, because you're going to get amazing I get amazing photos out of this A7S III, so you're going to get amazing photos with that. If you're coming up from an A7 III, I think this is going to be an amazing upgrade as well. If you're currently owning an A7S III, I would recommend probably just sticking with what you have, unless you just want that extra megapixel count, the extra flexibility. If you're doing any kind of prints or anything like that, that might be the only way I would say, hey, ditch the A7S III and go to the A7 IV, if that is a priority too. For me, it's not. I don't make prints. I mostly post on social media and that kind of stuff, so the 12 megapixels is perfectly fine for me. If I get into that sometime down the road as far as making prints, then that's a conversation I might have to have and see if I might have to do something different as far as my camera. But again, I think the A7 IV is going to be an amazing camera. I think it's gonna sell off the shelves quick. I think it's gonna basically be what everyone wanted the A7 III to be, even though that was still in its own right an amazing camera, a revolutionary camera. Everyone loved that camera. Did it have its faults? Yes, the A7 IV is still going to have its faults. There's some things people are complaining about right now. The 4K 60 having a 1.5 times crop. Basically, you're shooting 4K 60 and Super 35 mode. Again, I don't think that's a big deal, but for some people, I guess. I've watched some reviews already, and it looks like the rolling shutter might be an issue. I don't know if it's as bad or worse or a little bit better than the A7 III. Never had a chance to use the A7 III, and I I don't have the A7 IV in my hands like some of these people that got early, got Sony sent them a copy or a camera where they could go out and test it out. I'm not nowhere near that big where I was able to do that, so I haven't used the A7 IV either, so I can only go off what I've seen. But yeah, I mean, those have been the two biggest negatives I've seen. But again, that's not a huge deal in my opinion. I think this, again, like I said, it's going to be a beast of a camera. I think people are going to love this camera, and I'm excited to see, the content that people are going to be able to make with this camera. So with all that said, that's my first impressions and kind of what I'm going to do moving forward and what I think about this camera. Again, I'm going to be looking forward to seeing, people put more reviews out, put more content out with this camera. So we'll just have to stay tuned, and you'll see what the good, the bad, and the ugly is when this camera, rolls out and people start getting it in their hands. All right, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If there's anything you guys want to see, leave a comment, let me know, and we will see you guys at the next video. You guys have a good one.